Well, hello there, my lovies. How y'all's doing today? I love you guys. I miss you guys, y'all. I don't come on here too often because I don't be want to get on everybody's nerves. So I don't make videos every day, but y'all, when I do make a video, I drop jewels. I love you guys so much and I miss you. And I just want y'all to know I'm doing okay. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you, y'all. I am healing so good. I am healing so well. And in the midst of me healing, guess what? I'm seeing. I'm seeing, y'all. I am seeing. I have a beautiful story to tell y'all, and it's going to be about answered prayer. Like and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Help me spread my messages, man. I'm not talking like everybody else on here. I'm truly showing you guys how to walk through the veil. I'm teaching you that the veil is not even there. If you are into spirituality, if your spirituality is to the roof and you want answers and you want to communicate with the God you serve, you don't want to just keep reading about them and hearing about them from somebody else's mouth, man, hit the like button and hit subscribe. Join me and sit here with me and I will teach you guys how to see. Now I'm excited because I have learned another way that you can see that your prayers are being answered when you ask God for something. We think we be waiting for a long time. We get impatient and because we don't see it like tangibly, like we don't have the entire thing in our hand, or it's not falling the way that we think it should fall, we give up and we go on. But y'all, don't do that no more. I got a story to tell y'all that will help you understand when God is answering your prayers. Now remember, on my channel, we don't have flesh. Go in your imagination with me, y'all. Ride this wave with me so you can see how God has allowed me to see, because I'm so consistent. I refuse to be any other way. You may see flesh, but me, baby, to me, I'm spirit. I'm all word. I'm all feeling. I'm all emotion. I'm all vibration. I'm all wisdom. I'm all understanding. I'm all foreknowledge. You see what I'm saying? I am the things that you talk about and think about, but you can't see. This is how I picture myself, and this is how I'm able to see into the spirit realm. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that I talk a lot about monopoly pieces. I try to help people find monopoly pieces. Monopoly pieces, if you could think about the game Monopoly, and you think about the pieces that come in it, like the hat, the shoe, the car, the dog, the iron. Okay, little objects like that are alive, y'all. Yes, they are alive. They are full of God's grace and mercy, and they are full of talk. They talk, they walk, they move, they jump, they follow. Those pieces are alive. Okay, so if you familiar with me, I have certain pieces, like I have purple hearts. I see purple hearts, either I see purple hearts in the purple heart form, like a real purple heart, which is what I got on now. My son brought me this because he said he went into Walmart and he was thinking about me, and when he bit the corner, this was the first thing he see, and he said, "Mama, you right, everything do talk." He said this house coat was saying, "Take me to your mama, take me to your mama. You ain't finna walk past me and don't take me to your mama." Y'all, when he brought me this house coat, I jumped up and down because it got purple hearts on it, and purple hearts is very precious to me. It's the way I communicate with my deceased daughter. Yes, I have a daughter that passed, and We communicate through the Purple Heart. See, I teach y'all how to do this on my channel, man. Y'all got to come to my channel and get some of this word, because my word is alive. My word is full of life. This the living word on this channel. So my son brought me this Purple Heart house coat, and I got Purple Hearts like all over the house coat. So I feel like I'm being hugged by the Purple Hearts. I am being loved on by the Purple Hearts. I feel like my daughter's arms are just wrapped around me, y'all, and she wishing me so much goodness, and she's loving on me right now. I feel like crying. But these Purple Hearts mean a lot to me. And Purple Heart is a word. Okay? Purple Heart is a word. But you can see this word in many forms. Energy does not go away. It just changed forms. So you could see this in the word Purple Heart. You could see this in the presidential symbol Purple Heart. You can even see a vet, an actual vet that is a Purple Heart. That happens to me a lot. But then whenever I'm communicated with a Purple Heart, it always just do something to me. So besides the Purple Heart, I have the sunflower, which the sunflower, when I learned that the sunflower was trying to be my friend, y'all, these things try to talk to us and they try to speak to us, but we don't pay no attention to them because nobody taught us this stuff but your girl. I got you over here. So when I noticed that the sunflower was trying to communicate with me, I began to follow the sunflower, and the sunflower led me to this really, really, really nice lady. Pineapples is one of them. Pineapples led me to my daughter, my oldest daughter, excuse me. She's 30 years old, and we weren't in a good place. We weren't speaking for about 2 years. I hadn't seen her, she hadn't seen me. I kept seeing pineapples, like the pineapples was aggressive, like hello, them little things. If you put some sunglasses on them, and boy, they come alive. Like this is how you got to picture it. So sunflower is a word, pineapple is a word, and Purple Heart is a word. But these words are actually objects, and these objects are found everywhere. I have the hummingbird, I have the mushrooms. Y'all, when I learned about the mushrooms, and the mushrooms were trying to get my attention, when I finally began to play with the mushrooms and talk to the mushrooms and follow the mushrooms, I found out that my white blood cell count was low. Y'all, I'm a heart transplant recipient, so they got really scared. They thought I had a cancer scare. But the mushrooms were so aggressive and showing up so aggressively to the point where they alerted me that I needed to eat them. So even the food that you eat has spirit in it. It has life in it. It has God in it, right? So mushrooms is a word, y'all. When I picked out on them mushrooms, when I finally put 2 and 2 together, and look how I put 2 and 2 together. I said, God, you want me to do the shrooms? Like make some shroom tea? You want me to eat the shrooms? Like I don't know nothing about no dang on shrooms. I'm a black girl. Like I thought shrooms was a white person thing. No offense, y'all, but you know, we have our stereotypes and our races. I figured shrooms was a white person drug, but no, these shrooms just kept showing up. So I said, well, God, what do you want me to eat them? Drink them? Like, what do you want me to do? And next thing I know, a big red road in front of my car, and it had mushrooms on a fork. So I said, oh, you want me to eat them? So to solidify that, so in case I didn't get that, on the way to Alabama, we were talking about the mushroom because they were still showing up aggressively, and I still hadn't put 2 and 2 together. Even though I saw the truck, I was still like, because mushrooms not something you just want to sit there and just keep on eating. So I ended up eating the mushroom, and when I ate Well, no. Well, okay. Let me back up. Okay, on the way to Alabama, we was riding down the road and we was talking about the mushrooms because they had gotten aggressive again. And I said out loud, well, God, if you want me to eat these mushrooms, you're going to have to put some flavor to them. Because ain't nobody finna sit there and just eat no goddamn mushroom. Looked out the window, time I finished my sentence, y'all. The whole time it was a shroom truck riding right next to us with the word shroom and neon lights. They had barbecue shrooms, mesquite shrooms, filet mignon shrooms, cheddar shrooms. They even had the cereal bar shrooms. Man, they had jalapeno shrooms. They had shrooms in all colors. So that sealed the deal with me, y'all. And I picked out on them mushrooms. And guess what? It made my white blood cell count go back up. So these little objects are really called the living word. It's not your Bible. The Bible is psychological. And if you take your flesh off, you can see that things like the ground is alive, the wind is alive. You just can't read it like words on a piece of paper. When you come out of your flesh and you think like spirit, everything comes alive. Everything has life in it. So the shrooms saved me because I was getting sicker and sicker. And guess what, y'all? When I get sick, I don't even know that I'm sick. Like, I don't have the symptoms. I have no idea that my body is acting up on me. It's just me going to my regular appointments and keeping my appointments. But we're going to thank the mushrooms, okay? So these little objects are alive, and these little objects follow you. I went to New Orleans, y'all. Guess what? Every last one of my Monopoly pieces was in New Orleans. I went to California. Story with my Purple Hearts in California. Me and my friend, we wanted to go get us some smokes and stuff. And I was putting God in my smokes. I pray over everything. I tell God, bless me, bless this coming up to my mouth. Nothing's coming up to my mouth, and I'm not praying over it, asking God to protect me from it, because people do some crazy stuff out here. And my friend got offended with me. And she started going off on me. She like real religious. She was like, to put God and that stuff in the same sentence or whatnot. But at the time that this was happening, she had found a store called the Purple Heart Store. So when I went to see her in California a couple of years ago, she said she wasn't gonna go in the Purple Heart Store until I got there. Well, y'all, after she gave me that big old lesson about religion, and she went off on me, and I had to tell her the reason you don't get it is because you dehumanize God. You making him be this mystical being instead of just letting him be you. Just letting him be. He's you all day long. He do what you do. He's everything good and everything bad. Everything that was made from God. Nothing that is made was not made from God. So it don't even matter what name you call him. Guess what? The name come from him. All your words come from him. And then to trip you out, you are his words. Like, you are his thoughts. But you are living. That's how powerful he is. So when we get to this Purple Heart Store, y'all, it was a cannabis shop. Shall I say no more? Y'all know I was happy. It had Purple Hearts all in there. We was at first thinking that maybe it was a veteran place. Like, we finna go take pictures of World War I and World War II. We finna see what the veterans did, But no, it was a cannabis shop. So there was a safe place for me. There was a blessed place for me. And it was a welcoming place for me. Yes, Purple Heart. The place was called Purple Hearts. It's in California, in Oakland. And they got Purple Heart everything. All Purple Heart paraphernalia. Hats, skull caps, hoodies. I mean, this store is beautiful. So you could imagine when I seen it, my heart just flew open. But my friend, she kind of was like, But y'all, guess what? I didn't give a damn because first of all, I don't live in California, and you found this damn store, not me. So evidently, that cannabis lesson was a lesson for you. And I'm like, everything that exists, it exists because of God. And I'm like, girl, cannabis is even in your healing oil. You can't make complete healing oil without putting cannabis in it. Okay, so let me get off of that subject because I don't want this to be about cannabis. But I'm just showing you how these objects, I call them monopoly pieces, and I got a reason for calling them monopoly pieces, y'all. I had experience with Jesus and a monopoly game. So I learned that these pieces are alive. Like these pieces, they watch over you. When I was in the hospital this last time and they told me my heart was at 10% and I was dying and they didn't know what was going to happen, guess what? I had the Purple Heart. I had the Sunflower. I had a nurse named Serenity. I had a nurse named Sage. I had all my signs there. So I was focused on my signs. I wasn't standing there, no people were saying, because they didn't understand why I was there. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel like nothing was going on with me. They was just telling me something was going on with me. So I have to listen to what they say. But I was amazed by all of the spiritual activity. So my mind was over there. I could barely hear what they were saying over here because I'm like, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. So I had to go into this long explanation because I want you to understand how important these pieces are when you find them. And how you find them is they literally find you. If you pay attention to things that keep on repeating itself, just keep showing up. You can go down the street, it's there. You could go with somebody's house, it's there. You could turn on the TV and it's there. You can look at a billboard and it's there. You could stand behind somebody in the line and I'll be dang on if it's not on this person's t-shirt, but it's there. These things will follow you around and they be like, hey, we got you. These are what I call watchers. These are watchers, and these are the things that will deny you when you get on the other side. Like when you truly transition and that word come up, I don't know you, it's because you didn't get to know the elementals. You didn't get to know metal. You didn't get to know steel. You didn't get to know the rocks. You didn't get to know the dirt. You didn't get to know the flowers. You didn't get to know the trees. You didn't get to know none of the animals. These things have life force in them. God is life. God is not death. We created death, by the way. God did not create death. We did. And we created death by our negative thinking, our negative talking, and our nastiness. That created death and that created sickness. Your mouth, your own words. God did not make us do that. We did that. But God had to make something to grab that whenever that came, something to control that. It couldn't just be something that exists and it's just off the chain and out here doing what he want to do. No, God is a God of order. But back to these little symbols, y'all. So yesterday I was sitting and I haven't been outside, y'all. I haven't been anywhere. I've been being real safe because I just got my tubes out like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks ago. So I'm being very cautious on where I go. I'm chilling. If I really don't have to go anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. So I woke up yesterday morning saying, hi, Monopoly pieces. Y'all know I have not seen y'all. Like, I haven't been anywhere. And I was like, I am so sorry that, I ain't been out and about. But I want you guys to know that I love you and I care about you. And I still acknowledge you, right? But I had my house coat on, so the Purple Heart was already here chilling with me. But the rest of the pieces, I wasn't seeing them. Like, I wasn't seeing them when I look at TV. I guess maybe I took a spiritual break and didn't know, because I try to be in this state of mind all the time so it can become natural to me, and I'm doing it without even trying to do it. I'm in love with myself now. I'm not trying anymore. I'm just being. I'm just doing. I'm just waking up and I'm just following. I'm just seeing, and I'm really grateful. I'm giving my appreciation. I'm showing my gratitude, cause y'all, I could be amongst the dead. Y'all see how many people dropping dead out here? My dad and sister died a day after each other. That is some scary stuff. But no, me, God wants me here. So after I talked to my pieces yesterday morning, and I told them how much I love them and how much fun I have with them, and I like how they show up out of nowhere. Like, I'm not even looking for them, but all of a sudden one pop up, two pop up, three pop up, and I told them I think they clever how they end up in one place for me. Like, how did you know I was going there? How did you know I was gonna be there? And how is it that every last one of y'all are here in this place? So it's like they follow each other, y'all. I don't know how they do it, but it happens that way. So I didn't pay no attention, didn't pay no mind. I went on about my business and everything. So I said, let me find me something to look at last night. And I stumbled across a show called, it's either Holiday Calendar, Christmas Calendar, I don't know, but it's on Netflix. And thank God I really don't know the name, because I don't want no copywriting junk bothering me. And I'm just trying to stay safe on this YouTube thing, y'all. That's why I don't talk about no negative stuff. So while I'm looking at this show, y'all, guess what this show was about? It was about a girl whose grandmother had died, and she made one of these houses that are calendars. It's a house, but it's a calendar. And for, I think it was labeled for 25 days. Each day, a door would open on the house, and she would find a figurine inside of the behind the door. So her grandmother left it to her, but her grandfather gave it to her, and her grandfather was telling her that her grandmother said that that box was magical, and it brings you good tidings, like good luck. He just had beautiful things to say about the box, and he said that the box brought him and her grandmother together. So she thought the box was just, whatever, just some little dollhouse, and she really felt like grandma didn't know her or didn't get her, but granddaddy had to assure her no. She said specifically that this is for you. So while she was talking about the box to her best friend, which was a guy, right? And while she was talking about the box fell over. Now, how many times have y'all been in your house and you've been talking and something falls over? Something makes a noise. Something makes a thump or a tap or a burp, a beep, something, or shh, or something, or fall off something, right? This is because your house is anointed. Your house is alive. Like, every brick, every mortar, every tile, every table, every chair, every pillow, every spoon, every fork, they are alive, and they've been alive, and you've been living in your house. So your energy is all through that house. That entire house knows you. That house protects you, for crying out loud. At night, it comforts you during the storms and stuff. It keeps you warm when the weather changes. Like, this house is like your personal babysitter or your personal caretaker. So this house is very concerned about you, and this house really likes you. If you know you got a good spirit in your house, depending on how you are, depending on how your house act, right? So sometimes when you're having conversations, Your house is listening. Everything in your house is alert and listening to you because you're God. When you speak, everything is still. Everything is listening, waiting to see if you're going to give a command or just to hear your voice, which is glorious to them. So sometimes when you ask a yes or no question just by talking to somebody, or you may be talking out loud or anything, you could be thinking to yourself, your house will give you an answer. I learned that for a yes question, you get a tap or a tap, a double tap, a tap or a double tap. The no answer always be dump, like a big dump, something heavy, something that'll scare me, like when it move or whatever. That's like no or hell no or girl now. However you picture your house being if you humanize your house. Have fun with this because you in the spirit. You're in the spirit. You can't use hands. You got to figure out how to use your attributes. And your attributes are not your hands. And it's not your eyes. And it's not your mouth. And it's not your nose. It's not your legs. It's not your toes. It's your aspects. All of the beautiful aspects that make up you, that is not flesh. That is the God part of you. That is the part of you that activates everything. If God came down here, say God was walking through a Hyundai parking lot. Do you know every car at Hyundai will be going off? Every door will be opening. Every hood will be opening. Every trunk will be opening. Man, them cars wouldn't even be able to be still. Well, that's how your house feel about you, but you don't pay attention to it. You'll brush something off. Time something happened out of the ordinary, you'll brush it off. So I've learned that houses answer you. So when she was talking to her best friend, the house fell over. There was nothing but, yes, honey, this is real. Her grandma saying, girl, I gave you this because something good about to happen to you. You just don't understand. But it was communicating with her. So she went over there, she picked it up, brushed it off, not paying attention to the conversation she was having. The house calendar house, whatever you want to call them, I don't know the correct name for it, but it was answering her, right? So she was like, do this stuff really, really, really work? Like, what are they supposed to do? So the first day it opened, right? Behind the door was a figurine of some boots. Now think about the Monopoly pieces, how you got the car, the dog, the ironing board. Hers was like that, but not made out of steel, but somebody made little figurines to go behind each door of the house. So her first figurine was a pair of boots. Y'all, when she first got up that morning, she was putting on boots. See, we don't pay attention. Every time you move, scratch your butt, scratch your hair, go get a cup of coffee, put on your shoes. You are creating a new paradigm. You are creating something new. You're a creator, God. You're going to create every time you do anything. Blink your eye. You just created. Like, you cannot stop creating. So she was putting boots on that morning. She hadn't caught on to it. And then she got the boots out from behind the first door that opened. Well, when she went to dinner with her best friend, which was a guy, this a love story, by the way, but the guy ended up giving her a pair of boots that he bought her from Italy. He said he got tired of her seeing her shoes, the ones that she wrapped up with duct tape and stuff. So he got her a pair of boots, right? So that was the first day. The second day the box opened, it was a Christmas tree behind the second day, right? Now, later on that day, she ended up getting into a car accident. This guy had a Christmas tree on the top of his car and it fell off and she ended up running into it. It was meant for her to meet him. So she ended up running into it. You see where I'm going with this? So behind all these doors was special pieces. And to sum up the whole story, by the time she got to day 25, it was showing her that her best friend was the person that she's supposed to be with, the person that has always been there. She was thinking it was going to be the guy with the Christmas tree, but no, it was showing her that every time she was even there with the guy with the Christmas tree, her best friend was there. So it lets you know that the love of your life is always in front of you, always near you, always close to you, never far from you. You don't have to go across the world to find your true love. I believe that you're born around the same time. You may not be the same age. The age difference might be off, but you are near each other. My husband, y'all, I've been knowing my husband ever since he was 5. But he was the little boy in the neighborhood and I was 10. So I wasn't paying that boy no attention. But throughout my entire life, he has been everywhere I've been. And I didn't even know that as we got older, he and my other brother were best friends. And so while I was going to school for dialysis every day, he was hanging in my house, eating up my groceries with my brother. Like, I'm going off on my brother about my bills and my food missing and asking him who the hell is he feeding. Like, I'm thinking he just there by himself. But when it all boiled down to it, and when me and him finally get to really be in each other's face, come to find out, this boy was in my house every day, every time I was gone. I knew him from the neighborhood, but I didn't know him. I would see him, but I didn't know his name. I just knew he was with this guy, which was named our children's godfather. He's an albino, but we call him Charlie the Clown. Bless his soul. He just died a couple weeks ago. But Charlie the Clown was an albino, and he would make himself look like a clown. And he's the one that would pass out all the candy in the neighborhood, make all the balloons. But he always had this little boy with him. He always had this little boy with him all the time. And this little boy was always helping him pass out everything, give out everything, right? So when we finally got together, and I said, I'm going to take you to meet my dad. Man, you remind me so much of my dad. When I took him to meet my dad said, I know him. I know him. He said, this the little boy that used to tote my groceries to the store, to the car all the time. He said, that little boy is a hard worker. He is working at all the grocery stores. And he had a bad upbringing. And he's been working all his life. He tried to help support his sisters. And he's the baby, y'all. He got a heart of gold. But my father already knew him. So it's like the person that you're supposed to be with, they already be in your face. You just gotta really pay attention. Like, really pay attention. But I didn't see that one. But he was there the entire time. So the girl ended up getting with the best friend. Like, she ended up going with the best friend and everything. So when it all boils down to it, she went to talk to her grandfather, and she told her grandfather, I swear this box is alive. Like, these pieces inside this box are alive. Like, she said they was like doing things. And he said, yes. He said, the box is magical. The pieces are magical. He said what happens is they become your watchers. They become your protectors. They become overprotective of you. And they follow you and stuff like that. Do y'all know I just cried? I sat here and cried because it was my pieces talking to me, my pieces answering me back, but through a movie. Y'all, how on earth? I do this every day, and a lot of people say I'm crazy, this stuff is not real, but then it's a whole TV show about it, and I bet it went over everybody's head because they're not understanding what he's saying. Those pieces inside that house are now her pieces throughout her life. So wherever she goes, she's gonna see some boots. She gonna see a Christmas tree. She gonna see the Nutcracker little man, the Nutcracker man. She's gonna see ice skates. All these little things that she was seeing inside, they're somehow personally connected to her. And how did she know she was gonna end up seeing these pieces throughout the day? So they actually come to you, like they get your attention. You just gotta look. You just gotta stop being so busy. And the easiest way to do it, y'all, is just pay attention to what repeats itself. All the things that you keep on seeing over and over and over, and it won't leave you alone. That's what you're supposed to be doing. When you have an urge, when you have a desire, when you have thoughts like you should be doing something, you should be somewhere, or you want to create something, you want to do this, you want to do this little thing will bug you. It'll come in your vision while you looking at TV. You could be having a conversation with somebody. It'll make you forget the whole conversation you having and make you start thinking about it. And you been on thought about it and notice you don't forgot about your conversation. You can't even come back to your conversation. You can't even remember what you were talking about. That's because the things that you want, your wanting is a signal that these things actually want you. Like, this is where you're supposed to go. This is how you're supposed to be living. This is what you're supposed to have. So y'all, it was a blessing to see that TV show because I was missing my pieces. And I haven't been out the house. Like, I haven't been playing in the universe, playing with nature and stuff. So I was in here feeling some type of way. Like, I need to get up and go. Y'all, I didn't have to go nowhere. And I swear, while I was looking at that movie, it felt like this house coat was getting tighter. Like, it was just hugging me. It's like all these purple hearts was just oozing out love. And I'm sitting here looking at this show like, oh my God, this is what I talk about. This is what I try to explain. These pieces are alive, and these are called the living word. You make them live. Take her Boots. Boots is a word, but look how Boots was showing up. Look what Boots was doing. Tell me Boots ain't alive. Boots is alive, y'all. And let me tell y'all one more good thing that happened to me today. Remember, I had a story about my evil sister that was taunting us and stole everything when my father died last December. My dad died December 24th of 2020, and she was blocking us from burying him. Like, she wanted to be so mean to him that she tried to stop everything we could do to bury him. She stole everything. She emptied out his house while he was still in the box cold, right? So y'all, I don't know if y'all seen some of my videos, but I might have took them down because I felt like they was negative, and I don't want to give her that type of attention. I really want to send her love. I don't want to really talk about the ugly stuff that she does, but it's a lesson in everything. And you might got a family member like this too that nuts up after a parent died. I can't explain why she did the stuff that she did and why she went the route that she went, but she took everything. And my father has like eight children. She made it where she was the only one to get everything, so she shitted on everybody else. Like, she didn't care about them. She didn't care about his other daughters or his sons. She didn't care. Like, she was being mean. So now currently she's being evil with his house. Like, she's doing things where you can't come to the house when we used to come to the house anytime we want to, but she stops us from coming to the house by doing childish things like putting a big rig trailer in the driveway so nobody can walk up to the house. She called the police on my brother. When my brother went up there, she pretended like she never met my brother before, and that she was telling him my brother was up there stealing and she was afraid of him, just doing evil stuff. And y'all, my brother just did a 27-year bid, and this is his second year being home, and he has 2 life sentences. Okay, he been in there 27 years Why would you play with his freedom like that, on a humbug, on a lie? How you gonna say you don't know your own brother? But y'all, when I tell y'all, God got something for the evil people. You don't have to do anything. So the last time I saw her, she was calling me all kind of names, like she was going off on me, saying the worst stuff. All I could do was look at her, and that's how I get her. I get her back by not speaking, because first of all, I feel like my words are valuable. Even my nasty words, you don't deserve my nasty words. Like, you not worthy of what I got to say. And another thing, the reason I ignore her is because my words are powerful, and I know whatever she going through, she really don't grip the evil that she's doing and the hurt that she's caused thus far, and she keeps on doing it. I don't want to add to that, because her karma is enough for her. The grave she digging for herself is enough for her. So I don't want to be biased, and I don't want to have out in my heart towards anybody. I can't stop her from being evil, but I won't give her my evil words, because y'all, before the week out, everything I say to that girl happened to that girl. And I don't want anything to happen to her. I really want to hug her and tell her that I love her, but she refused to stop. Whatever's fueling her, y'all, it's been a whole year almost, and she's still at it. Like, do you got a stopping point? Well, y'all, something happened, and it happened through synchronicity, which is another answer. Okay, my father didn't have a will. My father don't own the house. But see me, God taught me how to go around that. I don't have to say anything to her. And like in maybe a month, maybe not even a month, I won't have to deal with her no more, y'all. But how I knew God was fixing this situation was because I went up there a couple weeks ago because I was thinking about my dad. Y'all, I left there with 2 flat tires. She done put nails all in the yard. So I have a brand new car. So that was, and I got Pirelli's uh, wheels on my car. So I had 2 flat tires. Luckily, I made it home before my tires went flat. That's the blessing part about it. But when I first moved in where I'm living now, I looked at a picture called The Witcher. I was, boy, I was geeking on The Witcher. I watched it till it wasn't no more episodes to watch. Then I noticed the store that's down the street from my house. We go in it all the time. It's called The Witcher. So tonight, y'all, something beautiful happened with what I'm talking about, with my sister and my dad's house. And the lawyer that is helping me and that has straightened it all out, y'all, tell me why his name is Witcher. I got a Witcher TV show, Witcher gas station, and a Witcher man. See, Witcher is a word. Witcher is a living word. You see how Witcher just keep it stays, the energy just change form. It don't go away. It can just change form. So these are called the living words. And the living word, God gives it to you. You stumble across it. It finds you. The living word is not the Bible. Y'all will miss it if you stay stuck in one book. God is not a book. Okay, he's more bigger than a book. He too big to go in one book. You gotta seek and search for him. It's a lot of ways to find him, y'all, but you know what? These ways are delusional, and they're illusion, because he right here. He right here. You don't even have to go through that. So if you could just short stop yourself from going all over the place and just go in, you'll notice you got him already, and he been communicating with you over and over and over, giving you synchronicities, giving you things like this. So with my good news that I got tonight from Mr. Witcher, guess what this means? Okay, I'm in a synchronicity time loop right now. The things that are happening to me are supposed to happen to me. See how I talk to my Monopoly pieces, they end up talking back to me. The Witcher thing end up happening. You know what I'm saying? So if she was to come against me, or anybody, any enemy was to come against me, who do y'all think they'll be fighting? They won't be fighting me. Good luck. You're fighting God, because I'm only following where I'm supposed to go. And God, his revenge is sweeter. It's sweeter than the revenge that we can dish out. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna give that girl none of my negativity. And the last time I seen her, she was like, "Oh, you ugly bitch. Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you?" She just do little evil stuff, and she try her best to make me bite at her. But y'all, when I see her, I want to throw up. Like, my words don't even want to be wasted on her. It's like my words like, no, you better not release us out on her. She's not worth it. Because guess what? She's in hell already, and she don't even know it. She's dead already and don't even know it. She's suffering already and don't even know it. She's being tortured already and don't even know it. And the demons are having a good time with her. Who the hell y'all think told her to go put that big old trailer in front of the yard? Can you imagine them demons saying, "Get up, get up. You know what you could do to keep them from coming up here? Go put one of them big old trailers in the end of the yard. I bet you won't nobody be able to come up here." And her little dumb ass will sit there and listen to the little things. And guess what? While she out there maneuvering this big old rig, she had to move it. I don't know how many times, y'all. I bet them little evil things was just laughing like, "Oh, she easy. Oh my God, she really doing it. Like, wow, wow, wow." And then she ready to fight anybody that come try to come that way. Like, she ready, like she waiting. She wants something bad to happen. And y'all, guess what? It's gonna happen to her. But Tasha ain't gonna have nothing to do with it, because it's not my battle, it's the Lord's. And I'm just following synchronicity. I'm not saying anything to her, y'all. I haven't even blessed her with a hello. I haven't even blessed her with a ever since my dad died. I have not said anything to her. And y'all, when I say she come at me, oh my God, she come at me. But when I look at her, it's like, oh my God, this is what you wasting your goodness on. This is what you wasting your being. Like, you don't even care that you hurting people, and you keep on hurting people, and you rejoicing in it. You're having fun with it. These people dad died. Like, he wasn't just your dad. These people got feelings. You won't even let them mourn. Like, you have hijacked them from mourning. Man, I wouldn't ride in a car with you. I wouldn't walk across the street with you, because your time is coming to a halt. And it's not good, because she's not doing anything to put any light in it. She's not doing anything to make up for anything she's done. And she's not stopping, y'all. She still got more energy to keep fighting. And y'all, our sister died first, the first day on the 23rd, and my dad died on the 24th. And this heifer still fighting. It's like, look at how many other people, get so many other people done passed since my daddy and my sister. It's ridiculous. Where is she getting this energy from? What type of demons is she hanging out with? And why you gunning for people? Why you trying to hurt everybody? But I know her main aim is me. And people just suffering because of me. Cause get what, y'all, deep down inside, that heifer love me. That heifer love my dirty draws. She just can't get down with me. I just won't let her in. I don't want nothing like that in. She'll love you one minute and stab you the next minute. I ain't got time to look out for stuff like that. God told me not to sup with people like y'all. And it don't matter if you my blood or not. God said, don't even pay them, don't give them for none of your time. So when she going off on me, and y'all, I was so sick. Y'all know I got a heart transplant, and I've been going through rejection. And I have my good days and my bad days. This she was like, "Oh, you so sick, you ugly bitch. Oh my God." Now, a ghetto Tasha, a Tasha that's so far gone, would have been ready to beat her ass. But this Tasha, girl, if you only knew what I knew, you ain't talking to me, because I'm not in flesh form. You see flesh, but I don't see flesh. God is so visible right now. You calling God a ugly bitch. You calling God a nasty MF. You saying all this stuff to God. You're not saying it to me. Because I don't even have the urge to curse you. I don't even have the urge to say anything disgusting to you. I just really want you to get out my face, because you're vomit. If I try to speak, I'm gonna be like, bleh. It's no words for you, period. So y'all, let God fight your battles, and good luck trying to beat God up. Have fun tussling with God and whatever. But I'm in this flow where everything just happening so nice, and it's all synchronicity, y'all. It's all synchronicity. Find the things that are syncing up in your life, so you can stop asking all these questions. Yeah, you keep thinking about that because that's thinking about you. Now you think from that, grab that, claim that, and speak from that. It's already done, y'all. How the girl get the boots inside of the little house on the first day? It was already done. Her grandmother made that thing for her before she died. Then the boots wanted to be known. They wanted to be there. She put boots on the first thing when she got up, when she got dressed. She put boots on. And Boots wanted her to have them in her possession, because y'all, when you get a hold of these pieces, they become anointed. They become alive. They got power in them. Like, if you was to find a rock in your dream state, or what, your physical state, and that rock do something with God in it, that's anointing, y'all, that is an anointed piece. That's an anointed piece. And look, she ended up putting the boots on her feet. You see what I'm saying? So these words are alive. And this is what I mean by the word walks. Thoughts got legs. If you put enough words together, they get up and go do stuff. Let there be light. Let got up. There be got up and went and found light and brought light. See what I'm saying? Man, I love y'all so much. Like and subscribe to my channel. Man, I just gave y'all some good stuff. Some good stuff, man. I love y'all so much. And I just want you to enjoy your creator while you have breath. Don't wait till you die. See what beauties that lies beyond this earth, because we're not alone, y'all. And it's different levels to this thing. It's different levels to this thing. But stick with me, y'all. I'll teach you some more stuff. But I just had to come on here and talk about answered prayer. How do you know when your prayers are being answered? So, me talking to my pieces end up talking to me. That was an answer. Me noticing the witchers, and in this situation I asked God to solve with this evil sister. Guess what? Witcher is a word. Witcher came alive for me. Witcher is working for me. Witcher came in human form. Witcher came with power and a degree. Okay? So let God fight your battles. I didn't know this was gonna happen. I just prayed for it, but then I noticed things that keep repeating itself. The things that keep repeating itself are repeating itself because it's trying to get your attention. It wants you to know something, or do something, or go somewhere, or to let you know you're okay. We got you. We see you. You're not alone. Y'all, this how God answer prayer. God answer prayer. I love you all. And I'm finna take my butt to bed. But have a nice night. And if you have any questions, just put them on my comment section. I read y'all and I'll answer you back. I'll answer you back. I promise. I love you all so much. Good night.